Good afternoon, traders, and welcome back to our Hot Stocks Outlook for April 6, 2018. Hope you're all having an excellent week in the financial markets, and we're certainly seeing a lot of trading opportunities open up with the really increase in the level of overall volatility in the markets. We're going to start out here. We're going to take a look at Boston Beer, but we're also going to be looking at the financials. We've got Huntington Bank shares, a couple of technology stocks, and we've seen a lot of weakness in financials and tech, and that's opened up some really great trading opportunities. And then we'll go ahead and actually revisit utilities, which we've been talking about over the last several weeks, where there's been some good opportunities and support there to take some trades. Now, starting here in Boston Beer, what we have are the daily bars and candles representing our daily price action, going back to really the early point of the month of March, so about a month ago here. And what we have against those daily bars and candles is a black line, and that black line is a regular simple moving average. We can see these values of a actual moving average, and that's really our baseline or summary of what's already happened in a given market, and really just summarizes the previous price data. But what we're able to do is compare that value to this blue line, which is a predicted moving average generated via the artificial intelligence and neural networks found within the VantagePoint software. And by comparing these two values, we get a really early warning of changes in the overall trend direction in the market. Now, in addition to that predicted moving average, we have this extremely accurate neural index. Now, this is either a green or a red, signaling strength or weakness over the next 48 hours. So very short term, just looking about 48 hours ahead, and really lets you know when you want to put the throttle down and conversely be ready to buy on dips and expect that price weakness in line with the overall trend. And to really round out these forecasts that we receive, updated every single day at about 6 p.m. It updates all this information before the markets trade the next trading day. You're also given a predicted high and low range. So you've got the trend direction, short-term strength or weakness. You can stick with your trading decisions, understand when that weakness or strength will come into the trend, but also utilize that predicted range to set limit orders, set your short-term profit targets, and be a very efficient trader in that regard here. So what we have here is a crossover to the upside, signaling this market's going to start moving to the upside. Look to take a position long on Boston Beer, symbol SAM here. And as long as that blue line remains above that black line, the trend is still up. You want to hold on to that position. We see this is a market that's moved up 19%, even in that market weakness where there's been a lot of stocks, especially, like I said, financial and tech, which have made some big pullbacks recently. So what we see here is never getting that signal, not even close as far as that prediction, remaining above the actual, signaling this trend is continuing higher. But along that 19% move, again, you also have those predicted high and low ranges. So you have these very accurate guides to help you get very good intraday entries in an overall uptrend. And you see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 really great entries over that 19% to make sure that you're in the market before this really explosion in the volatility and things really working in your favor there. So really nice opportunity there in Boston Beer, almost 20% to the upside so far. But again, financials and tech have been a different story. And going back towards really the midpoint in March, we got a lot of markets showing this exact crossover happening at really the same periods of time, signaling these markets were going to start moving lower. If we look at JP Morgan, Bank of America, KeyCorp, here we have Huntington Bank shares, same thing. We're crossover to the downside, signaling the trend is lower. Neural index forewarning you of that continued weakness over this 48-hour periods moving forward, and things don't really straighten out until you start to get this neural index moving up to a 1, but the trend still very much to the downside there. So a really nice move here, and of course, you want to look towards those predicted high and low levels to determine where can you look to take a position. You see you get this level updated before the trading day occurs every day, and a couple of really excellent entries so that during that increase in volatility, you're actually making money on your trades in the market. A trend trader can simply lock in their stops, trail them lower with the market. Short-term traders, really excellent entries to go ahead and enter short, shoot for those profit targets and have some successful trades here. Market down about 6%. Really after that point was down in excess of 8, all the way down to about 9% at one point. And that trend still very much to the downside. It's really getting some nice entries well up here at $16 per share. and now the market trading below 15. So really nice opportunity there. Again, in financials, a lot of weakness that opened up a lot of trades, and also tech stocks. So many tech stocks showing the exact same thing of this crossover to the downside. Neural index very weak. And you'll see you get these periods where the neural index is up. You get a little bit of an up day here. You get a little bit of a gap up after this neural index and the trend continues. But again, you want to use those predicted highs and lows to guide your trade as the market trades forward so that you can really be managing positions effectively over time, because it's not just about taking a position, being completely in or completely out. You want to manage those position sizes over time, know when you can put the throttle down at certain price levels, and really execute whatever that trading strategy is, whatever your time frame that you like to work with, and be very efficient with those trades that you're taking in the market. So you see some excellent entries on the short side of this market, up near $23 per share. And since this market has still been in a downtrend, so signaling, look, hold on to those positions. You can trail your stops down with the market as a trend trader, but not the time to be going ahead and taking long positions in the market. You see these markets down, 11%, and many of these higher. Many of these tech stocks have performed very, very poorly over the month of March here. Here's NextEra Energy. So we've been talking about utilities, one of the few spaces where there is that support in the marketplace. And again, this forecast helping you stick with your trades and again, take some positions to the upside, be shorting some tech and financial stocks over that past a few weeks there, really making money on both sides of the market currently. And again, cross over to the upside, and you have this guidance, not about just getting into the market here, but understanding that predicted high and low range, your neural index will adjust and adapt as the market moves forward. Again, it's analyzing these global market relationships and then using predictive indicators, a predicted moving average, the neural index looking ahead 48 hours, and the predicted high and low ranges, obviously looking ahead intraday for the next trading day. Again, we'll bring up those predicted highs and lows so you can get a sense of the forecast here, and some really great entries early on in this trade. So short-term trader can shoot for those profit targets. And even as the market starts to explode higher, these tools are adjusting and adapting and helping you really, again, focus on those appropriate levels where you can go ahead and look to take a position in the market. So you're not really chasing things down and really adding more risk to your overall trading strategy and the positions that you're taking in the market. So again, here, a really nice opportunity on NextEra Energy. If we look over the course of, from these initial entries in the market, we've got a market up about 5 or 6%, which, the utility space isn't as volatile as some of these other stocks. But you've been directed to things like Boston Beer, the utility space, where you can actually go ahead, get long the market, and not get caught up in this, really extreme volatility that's going to, stop out any long positions on financials and tech. Certainly going to make it very difficult to manage those trades appropriately, be making money consistently over this past month here. But a pretty nice move there, and multiple entries, about 6 entries into the market there to get you a really great position for a short or longer term trend trader. Pitney Bowes, this being another technology stock here. Again, very clear crossovers to the downside coming through and signaling that now is not the time to be getting long the market. Look to go ahead and set short positions. And again, you see how these tools, the neural index, giving that projection moving forward. And it's not until that neural index gets bullish where you could go ahead and look and say, okay, look, over the next 40 hours, look to take some profit, try to short at higher prices with this trend and manage the position from there. But just another really great opportunity, again, on the short side of some of these technology stocks, which many are still currently in downtrends. And you see as this market moves lower, a couple of really great entries as really things accelerate. You come up and nail those predicted highs. If you got some limit orders waiting, just a huge amount of money you're making on these big moves lower from about $18 or $11.90 a share down to essentially $10.90, below $11 a share there just in a couple days. Those are the types of trades you want to be trading, and of course managing your positions so you can add to your positions as they're working out, but of course using those predicted levels generated via the artificial intelligence found within VantagePoint here. So again, a really nice opportunity in the tech space. So far, a pretty significant move here, down over 10%, about 12% to the downside. And just over these days, I mean, you've got at least 7%, 8% move just in a couple of trading days by getting in at those predicted high and low levels, managing the position from those points. So really great opportunities. Again, the major themes have really been tech and financials, really getting those warning signs to go ahead, get out of your long positions, look to go ahead and get short. Utilities showed some strength, and we've had these places like Boston Beer and seen some of these other stocks where we've seen that support, and there's been some good trading opportunities throughout the past few weeks here. So hope you all had a very informative session here. Hope you all learned a lot. Definitely leave some questions or comments about the software, and certainly get a live demonstration of how these tools can really help you as a trader make those more efficient trading decisions and really leverage technology to your advantage to be a really better trader, run your business more effectively. So thanks again, guys. Once again, this has been our Hot Stocks Outlook for April 6th, 2018. Thanks again. Best of luck, and bye for now.